A good day to all guys, this is Aldrin John Omanalansan, and in this tutorial, I am going to teach you how to create the Tiberium Sun and Tiberium Dawn Droppod Superweapon on your Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge. So if we talk about the origin of the Droppod Superweapon, it is originally came from the Tiberium Sun and Tiberium Dawn Red Alert, which allows reinforcements to be delivered instantly from space through the ground, being transported by a drop pod machine. But too bad, entering the era of Red Alert 2 and Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge, the drop pod superweapon becomes completely disabled because they have changed the superweapon into a paradrop superweapon, which is also a transport superweapon that sends a cargo plane from the end of the map through the target area. But unlike the Droppod superweapon, the cargo plane of the paradrop superweapon is vulnerable through damage, requiring it to survive until it reaches the target point in order for it to send the reinforcement. Okay, so now let's get started. You're just going to need 4 applications in order for us to create this paradrop or the Droppod superweapon, substitute of the paradrop superweapon. Okay, so first of all, it is the NPatch Modification Kit, which will guide us through this tutorial, and also the NPatch version 1.0, which I will put at the description below. It is the very new patch, which will allow us to exceed the limits of the Red Alert 2, making everything possible. And also the NPatch Special Edition, as an extension of the NPatch 1.0. So first of all, I want to take note that without NPatch 1.0, NPatch Special Edition will not work. So first of all, install NPatch 1.0 and then the NPatch Special Edition. So now let's get started. Again, first of all, after you've installed the NPatch and installed 1.0 and the Special Edition, open your NPatch Modification Kit. So after that, let's just check if it's recording. Okay, it's recording. After that, go to the Superweapons tab, go to Types, and point out the Droppod Superweapon. Let's point it out, left click. Then you will see a bunch of codes here. This is the tutorial of creating the Droppod Superweapon. So after you open it, you can just take a view around it, the code that you're going to add, and then after that minimize the NPatch Special Edition, go to the rules MD. So the rules MD will be the most important part of this video. So first of all, go to your executable path of the Yuri's Revenge. So I'll go to the path of my Yuri's Revenge. Here the program is files. Red Alert to Yuri's Revenge. Here, General Mod. And then I'll go to rules md.init. Let's go here, run my Yuri's Revenge, and then after you see the rules md.init, then you're just going to double click it. Double left click. Okay, so now we're here. So we're just going to go at the end of the screen. for us to not be lost and for us to not mess around the ini file. So we're going to write here at the end of the ini file. So after that, go back to the, I'm just going to close this, go back to the NPatch. So it says here first, you're just going to add this type of thing first. So we're just going to make sure that the smoky animation is at the animations tab, so otherwise we'll get an internal error. So first, go to the animations. So we're just going to highlight this and right click, copy. And then here at the notepad, you're just going to find edit and then find, or control F, control plus F, find. Then paste it, go to animations. Okay, so we're here. So after that, let's check if the smoky animation is inside. So the smoky is present to my code, so I'm not going to put it anymore. But in case that you find nothing about inside this, you're just going to go here, and then at the end of this code, you're just going to add, for example, 1128. I'm going to write 1129 equals smoky, as said here, smoky. Okay, but I'm not going to edit anymore because I already have it. So okay, after that, we're making sure that the smoky animation is present. So now we're going to copy the Droppod special. Highlight everything, copy, and then go to your rules and paste it here. Droppod special. And then after that, we're just going to make sure that the name will be a very rare name. Make a very rare name for your super weapon. So I'm going to name it as my Droppod special. I'm going to name it as my Droppod special. So remember the name, okay? After that, after you edited it, go and copy it, the name, because as said here, the name of your super weapon should be registered at the super weapon types. So at the end of the super weapon types, we're going to write the name like this. So go to super weapons tab, control F again, go and find. You know where's the find? Oh, search, find. Okay. Super weapon types. Okay, so we're here. So why I have told you that the name should be very rare, because they don't override to themselves. If a super weapon is really the same as the name of your new super weapon, then it will not work. So make sure that the name is very rare and it has no same name here. Okay, I'm just going to write it here. So the X meaning the next number at the entry list. So 23, it's 24, so my Droppod special like that. So okay, it's already registered, the super weapon. So now, what's next? So we're going to point out downstairs, and then as said here, check out adding custom action page to find more about this, because the action is one of the very crucial ones, which sometimes allows us to make the super weapon not work. So we're going to make a very new action. So you're just going to go here, check out adding custom actions. You're just going to left click this in order for us to know how to create a custom action. So left click. Okay, so we're here. Another bunch of codes. So I'm going to jump here because it's just a very complicated explanations and you will not understand it. So I advise you just to copy this both. You're just going to make another type of section. If it has like this, it means it's a section. So we're just going to copy it, oh, copy it, and put it at the end of the screen. And then after that, here you registered it, copy the other one, and put it here. That's all. That's how to make custom actions. And then after that, make sure that the action is a very rare one. So I recommend you to rename it into a very weird one that can't be override by anything. Make sure the action is very rare. I'll name it as my drop pod. So just rename it into a rare one. Make sure that it will not have other names from the rules. So after that, after you added it, you're just going to change the name into this type name. Okay, so now it's already fixed. We have the action. Okay, so I can delete this thing now because I already have my mouse cursor at the end of the screen. So I'm just going to search mouse cursor. So as you can see, I have already have my own mouse cursor here, which I already used and created multiple super weapons inside. So I'm just going to put it here. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to showing you that if you have the mouse cursor, you don't need to create another section for it. You're just going to go at the end like that. So I registered it at the end, my drop pod. So here. So okay. Now everything's fixed. So now we are here. This is the substitute of the Drop Superweapon. This is the type of infantries in units that is going to be delivered. So as said here, the infantry types that will be dropped and the unit types, which is the vehicles, will be dropped. So I'm just going to add another note. Take note that if an infantry will be dropped, there should be no units, vehicles dropped. In shorter, if you will use this, then you must delete this code because they don't override to themselves. That's the limitation of drop pod. So if you're going to drop pod infantries, make sure that there will be no vehicles will be pair dropped the same manner. But if you wanted vehicles to be pair dropped, there should be no infantries that will be dropped. So if you're going to drop vehicles, then remove this. You're just going to delete it like that. Or if we're going to pair drop infantries, we're going to delete this. Okay, so now I've chose to pair drop infantries. So how about with airdrop, E1 is the GI and the GGI is a Guardian G1 and Tanya it's Tanya. How about MTNK? It's a mammoth tank. MTNK. I know. It's a vehicle, so we can drop vehicles. So about sniper. Also take note that these are UI names. Make sure that the UI names is their real UI names. Don't put the name like this, sniper. I'm not going to write sniper here. That we're going to search for the sniper. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the UI name. So this is the thing which you're going to copy. So, and then you put it here. Comma, make sure that they are separated by commas. Snipe. I'm not going to write sniper, okay? It's snipe because it's the UI name. And the drop infantry number is the number of infantries per section. So this is the plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, plane 4. I repeat, plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, plane 4. So there will be 4 planes that will be dropped. I mean 4 drop pods that will be dropped. So here, this is the E1 because it's the first at the first count. E1, the GI, the Tanya, and then we're just going to add another sniper. How many? How about 3? And how about 2, 2, 4? Okay, so that might work. Okay, so now we are already okay. So now we are now already finished editing this. So now we are going to create another building that will possess this type of super weapon, like nuclear missile silo. It has the nuclear missile strike and the lightning or in the weather controller, which is the lightning storm. About this. So let's go to the battle lab. Go to find the battle lab, and then just going to copy the code. You get that. Copy the whole code. I recommend you to use the battle lab because it is the only building that is very useless in the game. Only it is the technology. We just copy it. Detach. After you copied it, you're just going to make a unique name. So about make sure that the UI name is very rare. I'm just going to rename it test test 2 test. Okay, so that's very rare. Test, and then it has 2 super weapons. So just going to remove one. So the super weapon, you're just going to change super weapon for shield special, which is the super weapon when you build it up battle lab. You're just going to change it into my drop pod. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. So it's not this action. It's not the action. It's the UI name. I'm very sorry. I'm just going to change it to my drop pod special. Just after that, you're going to register these. The UI name, like this, you registered it at the super weapon types. You're going to register this. I'm just going to copy it at the building types. Search building pipes here. So go to the end, the very end. Okay, and then write the XXX or the next number 467 equals the name test. Okay, so it's finally registered. So, okay, now your Droppod Superweapon is now ready and can be built. So because it's just a test, we're just testing it, so I'm just going to change the recharge time to 0.001, meaning at instant recharge, and is powered pulse, right? It means that when you lose power, will it be shut down, so it's pulse. And then after that, we're going to change the prerequisite. It means this is the war factory of Allied, the Air Force Command of Allied, or any radars, and the construction yard of Allied. I'm just going to remove this. The prerequisite will be only the Allied, right? Construction yard. And then the cost, I'm just going to change the cost into 1 for it to be instantly built. And then the power, I'm just going to remove the power. I'm going to remove it for it to cost anything. Okay, so we're ready to go. After you've edited it, just hit save. Okay, I'm just going to run it at administrator mode and save it again. Okay, so now we are ready to go. Now, after that, launch your Yuri's Revenge. Oh, there's something wrong, I guess. Okay, so how about we try it again? Oh yeah. Let's keep on rocking now. Um, okay, here it comes. So, wait a minute. It's just going to check the code again. Let's close this NPatch because we are already done with it. So, let's check again. At the end, it will drop 4 GI, 2 Guardian GI, 2 Tanya, 3 Sniper. So, okay, that's cool. Okay, so we have it. Oh, oh god. Don't move, come on. How about let's build it now? Okay, oh, I guess it's not here. So, I think there's an error. So, we build it here. So, I think we forgot something about it. So, let's take a. I wonder what's wrong. Let's recharge. Uh, Yes, it's about was it registered? So the registered same number. It's not registered and how about the action? Oh, it's registered too. What's wrong? Anyone there? Oh, I get it. So, guys, we forgot to leave a space behind here, out here. So, the rules inside this, the every that any the Yuri's Revenge, even at art MD that any, ever MD that any, rules MD that any, there should be a space between the here. So, this, this should be a space. There should be nothing here, leaving it away from the end. So this is the end. Leave a space here, and I hope that everything will work fine. So okay, proceed save. So I'll make sure that it'll work. So let's try it again. Sorry for the delay. This video is taking so long. So I'm just going to change something here. The units are 2 minutes. I almost have hundreds of it. 100. I'm just going to add 0. So okay, let's try now again. Let's try it again. Okay, so we have our super weapon. It has name Droppod, like that. So as you can see, there's 2 Tamias, Guardian GIs, 2, 3 snipers, and 4 GIs. As said, for the Pagianis. So as you can see, it's an instant reinforcement, unlike the pair drop super weapon. Unlike the pair drop super weapon, like that, you can instantly send reinforcements. Unlike the pair drop, needs survival. I'm going to destroy them. So, if you like it, you may like it. That instant, that instant paratrooper. Oh God, Droppod. So, I hope you all guys like this video and always stay tuned for more videos, and I'll upload more interesting types of videos soon. So thank you all guys and happy modding. Oh, die. Okay.